No. That was so ridiculous. I can't believe that was such a big issue. Filming at a fish market. What the hell, man? And we're getting coffee. That's what we're doing. It's 8:30 in the morning now. Good morning from Portside. We are going into a fish market right now. It looks like they are open and I wanted to check it out, so let's go explore. Reminding me of Alexandria Fish Market. Fish markets are always the best to go to in the morning. Everyone is crowded around this stand, so it seems to be the hot spot. Definitely getting crazy for the camera. So anyways, it looks like a much smaller market than Alexandria's, but energetic. Alright, I want to like wander around though. The other areas are kind of quiet. Let's see what fish they have, if I can get close.
بالله عليك
انتوا ما فضي الشنطه مني تاني علي كده يا عم
Alright, that was crazy. I didn't get very far into the market before security came over, freaking out, telling me I can't film in the fish market, which very strange. I mean, I filmed in the fish market in Alexandria, in Hurghada, and many other places. First time I've heard about security and being forbidden to film in a fish market. Whatever. Anyways, so we came down here really early in the morning to try to do that. Mimnua. So we're gonna hit the road and just kind of go cruise around the city, maybe get some coffee. I don't know, we'll figure it out. But there's a fish market here and you can come, you just can't film. Yalla bina. Okay. That was so ridiculous. I can't believe that was such a big issue. Filming at a fish market. What the hell, man? And the security was just so overboard about it as well. Had he come up and been like, I'm sorry, like, there's no filming, or like in Arabic, I don't care what language you're speaking, but like the tone of your voice and the manner of your delivery. But he just came up freaking out like, yeah. It was pretty crazy, his overreaction, big time. So anyways, you saw the fish market like a few seconds or a minute or something. They get pretty wild in there, in the fish markets. You got to go early morning, of course. Fishermen, they're out fishing. They bring in that fresh catch of the day early morning. If anyone ever tells you to go to a fish market later in the day, dude, they're an idiot. That's not, they're just trying to sleep in. But yeah, you know, the fish market in Alexandria, shit, I was supposed to turn there, is actually still one of my favorite videos. I was new to Egypt when I made that video over 4 years ago. I think it was like my first week in Egypt. I didn't know any Arabic. Obviously I came to Egypt alone, solo traveling was the intention, wasn't planning to live here. Anyways, yeah, so I woke up at like 5 in the morning and walked down to the fish market to film that, and it did not disappoint. It was a lot of fun. Move over. It's like disorganized turning here. Most disorganized turning I've ever seen. Look at this dad with all his children and wife maybe on the, I can't see. Anyways, load them up. Load them up, baby. So I hope you're getting a look at the city as I ramble about my early days in Egypt. But yeah, the fish market was crazy. Maybe I'll play like a few clips of my experience, just because it was so much fun.
Number one. فراولة شاي فراولة شاي.
أهم حاجة ده التاريخ.
ده هو التاريخ. ده يا ابني عشان ما ادكش واحدة فوق.
Anyways, yeah, so that is the fish market in Alexandria. Still one of my favorite videos. So this is Port Said. Apparently they got early morning rush hour here. Look at the little pack of dogs. Go, doggies, go if you need to cross. Are you doing a crossing or not? Anyhow, so okay, we are heading down to the ferry again. Not to get on a boat, but just because I want to show you that there is a walkway. Because earlier I had said how there's no walkway in Port Said next to the canal, when there actually is. It's just a lot of it is blocked off by a gate. There's not canals like many cafes, I mean, overlooking the canal that is an unobstructed view, or like a rooftop or something that I kind of imagined might be the case. But there is an elevated walkway over by the free ferry, which you can take across the Suez Canal to Asia, the Sinai Peninsula, and Port Fouad. So we're gonna cruise on over there. If you watched the last video, then we know we've taken this route. That's the old Suez Canal Company headquarters. I actually don't think it is anything now. It looks like heavily under construction if you see it from the view of the boat. Oh, we're stuck behind this massive guy. Wow, talk about going slow, bro. Yeah, so let's just pop over there and look at that really quickly. I don't know, my idea was to get fish in the fish market after, I know it's early morning, by the way, it's 7:40 now. But yeah, my idea was to explore the fish market, see some of the craziest, you know, the excited guys selling their fish, maybe order a fish and then get it cooked, because I was told you can do that in that market. And then I was gonna go cruise around the city, but that obviously has since changed. So, 'tis what it is. Well, can we not go through here? Okay. That's blocked off, but maybe we can go down this street, because where I want to park is very close to that. very busy street, huh? Maybe I just park here. Yeah, I'll just park here. It's really close. Wow, I'm so close to the edge here. Is this like forbidden to park here? I don't know. You got a motorcycle over there. Hopefully not. It'll only be a few minutes anyhow. All right, let's go. Okay, I just left my bike at the corner over there. And here is the ferry port. Kitty cat. So if you watched the last video, then you got on the ferry with me and we went to the other side of the canal here. But I want to go up to this little viewpoint. Port Said Authority Tourist Port. Ministry of Transport. Let's go. So early in the morning. Actually, things are pretty busy out here, I guess because it's a port city. Things function differently here than in most Egyptian cities, maybe. But yeah, you have this walkway. It only extends for a little while. If you see like those big things at the end, that's part of the gate system. And then you can walk down further, kind of like where the lighthouse is. If you keep going straight down, you'll run into the old lighthouse. But here you have a view of the port. Yeah, so I shouldn't speak too soon, giving information about stuff when I don't really know. It seemed like that to me, that there wasn't a lot of places to see the canal, and it's sort of true. A lot of it is blocked off, but I'm able to see it from my hotel. You can see it from this elevated walkway, which is a tourist destination spot. You have the ferries over there. You can film from the boat. At least I did, and no one said anything. And then you have this walkway down over here, which I will walk over to just so you can see it, but I'm not gonna make you actually walk with me, so we'll just cut to the end of this elevated walkway. And we have reached the end of the walkway, and it extends all the way down along this giant, very fancy gate. There's some security around. I don't know if they're gonna come and tell me I'm not supposed to be filming with this camera or not. It's very hard to film in Egypt compared to many other countries. But anyways, look at this fancy, fancy gate. Oh, and it says Port Said on it. Wow. So, I'm not gonna walk all the way down there, but you get the idea. It goes all the way along the canal, and then it hooks left, and there's the Mediterranean Sea. So yeah, it's very beautiful. Anyways, let's head back to the bike and continue riding, exploring the city, and figure it out from there. This seems to be the taxi spot. They line up and they wait for people to get off the ferry over there. And then they all just you turning, bro? And then they all load up where I parked my bike. All right, so let's go for more of a cruise around this city. And I know I've mentioned it in the last videos, but I'm just gonna say it again since it's a new video, and if you didn't watch the last video, Port Said is the Northern Gateway to the Suez Canal. The Suez Canal is extremely important. Like 10 to 50% of all global maritime trade passes through here, through the canal, and actually about 30% of all global container trade. So yeah, the canal connects the Mediterranean to the Red Sea. It cuts down about 2 weeks of transit time for ships and sailors, and that leads to billions of dollars saved every day in global markets. Actually, if you guys remember in 2021, during COVID, there was a ship that got stuck in the Suez Canal for like 6 days. Do you guys remember hearing about that? That being stuck, that ship getting stuck and blocking traffic for 6 days, cost like it cost the global market $10 billion per day. So it's huge. This canal is critical to global trade. Like global sales, they lost about 10 billion a day. It's a lot comes through the canal. It is so important. And I swear I'll stop talking about the canal now. I just had to mention it. I know, I keep trying to go. Oh, I don't know where I'm going. I don't have my maps out because I don't have a destination. There's an area of the city that I've been to that I feel like was like the downtown area, but I don't know where it is. I didn't save it. And I don't know where we are now. Let's look at the maps. Doesn't even register. Shit. Alright, I'm gonna actually stop and try to find where I'm trying to go here. I just which direction am I going in? I'm going in the opposite direction of which I would like. So I should go left and then left again, maybe. Strange. So this is what Port Said looks like. I think the Ramadan decorations are still up. But yeah, you have a lot of these overhangs, like overhanging, whatever. I don't know what to call it. what name is not coming to mind, but something covering their balconies, which gives it a, I don't know. I haven't traveled enough in Europe, but for some reason it kind of reminds me of Europe or Italy or something. Don't know why. But yeah. Oh, am I following the maps? Am I gonna do this? Let's recenter that. Okay. I don't wonder where that's it's breakfast time. The breakfast spots are busy. Little cats running around everywhere. Oh my gosh, so many little cats needing food. Yeah, I don't know where that area was that I felt like it was the city center. I was just like really busy. The buildings were just very, I mean, close together. All the buildings here are close together, but I don't know, it just felt like a happening area. I don't know where that is now. Let's drive up this way and see if this is the way to the city center. Come on, you know, like you can't squeeze through. Look at this fucking taxi. What a jackass. And how do you just let me through? Oh, this is the city center that I remember because I went to this pharmacy. Look at this big cafe. I like that. So maybe I'll kind of loop around here a little bit. Got a mosque. Yeah. All right, we're back. As I'm driving around, I'm trying to get some like city scene shots. Come on, lady. Anyways, so we are passing this statue of Nasser. I think we filmed that before. If not, I drove by it by myself. And let's loop around. These breakfast spots are all extremely busy. It is breakfast time here in Port Said. I feel like I might have been accidentally calling it Suez at some point just because I keep talking about the Suez Canal. Anyways, Port Said. What's up, bro? Yeah. This cafe was nice. I like this cafe that we're coming up to on the corner. That I stopped to film. I need a better camera for photography or slow shots. Something I'm gonna look into in the future. Come on, taxi, what you doing? Oh, I forgot to look at the cafe. Anyways, yeah, so this is the city. It just, it has Port City vibes. It's busy. It starts early in the morning. That's unusual for Egyptian cities. And look at all these taxis, so many taxis. So everyone that's coming from Port Fouad, they get out the ferry and they jump in a taxi or a microbus. But yeah, that's what's happening in this city. It's breezy. It's a cool morning. The buildings are tall and kind of compacted, close together. It has a cool vibe, you know. I don't know if I guess I'm probably not gonna get seafood in this video because I'm not gonna like stop filming and go out later to eat seafood. I was willing to eat seafood in the morning though, like when I went to the fish market. What you doing? Taxi drivers, they're the worst. I think I want to turn around. Let's go drive by that park. I think we already did, but let's do it again. What's the hold up? Yeah. So these buildings are worn and weathered. But I don't know, I find it charming, you know, and like you know me. So yeah, I was gonna eat fish at the fish market. I figured, we're almost in Asia. It's just across the river, why not? But alas, that was not meant to be. That security guy, just going back to him again. Crazy. So uptight. A beep beep beep, a beep beep. So this is the city. I think I'm gonna go get coffee. Let's put a destination in and go there. We're back where we started, dude. This is like, it's not a huge city. It is if you're walking, or like it's gonna take a while to get somewhere, but on a bike it's really quick. So let's just get some coffee somewhere. And then, yeah, I just wanted to film the fish market. That didn't turn out. See you soon. military's blocking stuff. Can we go straight or what? I would like to go straight, thank you. Yeah. You know what I can't, this is totally random, but you know what I find kind of funny is when I'm with visitors, like someone that's visiting Egypt, whether it's someone I meet at a hostel or a subscriber or just some random stranger or whatever, if we're ever hanging out or walking or something somewhere, and there's traffic, right, and they try to wow, can we cut through here again or no? We'll just have to go around if not. Anyways, yeah, if we're by the ferry again, it's traffic. But as we're walking, you can hear traffic behind you. So I've been living here for 4 years, and I know how the traffic works and like how to move, right? Like you hear it, and you don't need to move until it's really close. But like I'm walking with people, and they'll like they'll put their hand on my back or shoulder, like, oh, watch out. And I'm like, I mean, like, okay, that's nice of them, but I just personally think it's kind of funny because, yeah, I know. I know the traffic sounds. I know when it's coming closer. Maybe if you've watched my vlogs and you've noticed I'm walking and you'll see a car coming up behind me and then I'm moving closer to the sidewalk because I know it's coming. I can hear it coming. I don't know what made me just think of that, but yeah, it's something you don't even think about, I guess. If you're Egyptian and if you've been living in Egypt a long time, it's just like second nature. But people are worried about me as we're walking down the streets in Cairo like foreigners. So I hope this was a nice vlog for you guys. It never turns out the way I wanted. But it's a little bit more of a look at the city. And I do like Portside. I think it's nice for a short visit. As someone who's living here in Cairo in Egypt, like a 2-night, 3-night stay is enough for me. For someone who's visiting from abroad, you know, if this kind of stuff interests you, 1 or 2 nights. Yeah, it's nice though. It's just a different experience, different place. Cool to see the canal. I haven't even eaten any seafood, and I know seafood's, you know, big everywhere I'm traveling. It's big in Suez, it's big in Ismailia, it's big in Port-Said, I'm sure. But it's morning. I don't feel like filming seafood or eating seafood. I don't even know if seafood places are open. And we're getting coffee. That's what we're doing. It's 8:30 in the morning now. So I just need to find a place to park. I think here should be good. Yeah. Hopefully that place is open. We're going to 2 Minutes Cafe. Inshallah. If not, maybe we'll just sit here. Nutshi. Nutshi, sip and savor. Why am I doing this? Because I want to park facing out. And I've just never been great at parking. I'm gonna run over that little plant. Are you the parking blocker, a little plant. All right, let's go, guys. So, there's my bike. Out by Moods and Nutshi. And wow. Amazing, huh? What a nice place to have a coffee in the morning. I noticed this place while I was driving by the other day, and I was like, I should go up there sometime. So, yeah, this is the view. You have a statue of a lady, Sahed Musk. She's ISIS, basically, like a modern version of ISIS. It's basically just representing like nationalism and also while embracing ancient Egypt. So she's holding a sun disk, winged sun disk. But then you have the canal here. So there are some cafes with views of the canal. You just have to look for them if you like want to see the water up with a good view, you know, not behind this gate here. But yeah, when we were up on the elevated walkway over by the ferry, so if you followed it all the way down, this is what it leads to. Actually, yeah, it's blocked off over that way, so you can't. You can probably connect maybe further on. But it becomes kind of like my hotel area, and there's this is the beautiful walkway, really starts from this statue. So yeah, amazing. I ordered an iced coffee and just enjoying my time here in Port Said. It's a very beautiful city. This place is called 2 Minutes Coffee. Shukran. Although I didn't see it on the maps, but it's right next to Moods. In case you're in Port Said and want to come here. I leave the links for all the stuff in my videos in the description anyway, so check that if you want. Anyways, okay, I'm not gonna ramble on and on and on. I'm gonna enjoy my coffee, the view, and yeah, give it a big like, guys, if you enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you on the next one. Ma salama.